In today's information age, in many companies and on many teams, the objective is no longer error prevention and replicability. On the contrary, it's creativity, speed, and keenness. On the contrary, it's creativity, speed, and keenness. In the industrial era, the goal was to minimize variation. In creative companies today, maximizing variation is more essential. Maximizing variation is more essential. The biggest risk isn't making a mistake or losing consistency. It's failing to attract top talent, to invent new products, or to change direction quickly when the environment shifts. Consistency and repeatability are more likely to suppress fresh thinking than to bring your company profit. A lot of little mistakes, while sometimes painful, help the organization run quickly and are a critical part of the innovation cycle. Rules and process are no longer the best answer. Rules and process are no longer the best answer. A symphony isn't what you're going for. Leave the conductor and the sheet music behind. Build a jazz band instead. Foster variation within an organization. Foster variation within an organization.
Any new or threatening situation may require us to make decisions, and this requires information. So important is communication. During a disaster, that normal social barriers are often lowered. We will talk to strangers in a way we would never consider normally. Even relatively low-grade disruption of our life, such as a fire drill or a very late train, seems to give us the permission to break normal etiquette and talk to strangers. The more important an event to a particular public, the more detailed and urgent the requirement for news becomes. Without an authoritative source of facts, whether that is a newspaper or trusted broadcast station, rumors often run riots. But rumors start because people believe their group to be in danger, and so, although the rumor is unproven, feel they should pass it on. Although the rumor is unproven, feel they should pass it on. If a worker heard that their employer's business was doing badly and people were going to be made redundant, they would pass that information on to colleagues. People seem to recognize that the arts are cultural activities that draw on certain cultural traditions, certain shared understanding, certain values and ideas that are characteristic of the time and place in which the art is created. That are characteristic of the time and place in which the art is created. In the case of science, however, opinions differ. Opinions differ. Some scientists see science in a similar light as a historical activity that occurs in a particular time and place, and that needs to be understood within that context. Others, however, see science as a purely objective pursuit, uninfluenced by the cultural viewpoint and values of those who create it. Philosopher Hugh Lacey speaks of the belief that there is underlying order of the world, which is simply there to be discovered. The world of pure fact, stripped of any link with value. The aim of science, according to this view, is to represent this world of pure fact, independently of any relationship that might bear contingently to human practices and experiment practices.
Mental development consists of individuals increasingly mastering social codes and signals themselves which they can master only in social situations with the support of more competent individuals, typically adults. In this sense, mental development consists of internalizing social patterns and gradually becoming a responsible actor among other responsible actors. In Denmark, the age of criminal responsibility is 15 years, which means we then say people have developed sufficient mental maturity to be accountable for their actions at this point. And at the age of 18, people are given the right to vote and are thereby formally included in the basic democratic process. I do not know whether these age boundaries are optimal, but it is clear that mental development takes place at different rates for different individuals, and depends especially on the social and family environment they have been given. Therefore, having formal limits for responsibility from a specific age that apply to everyone is a somewhat questionable practice. But the question, of course, is whether it can be done any differently. The question, of course, is whether it can be done any differently.